My wrecked boat, I got it back together. I decided to put pedals on it, and I really like the pedals that are on it now. I do kind of need a shade roof, right? But I don't really need like the whole shade roof that was on there before. Then I was thinking, if I'm gonna put a shade roof, I might as well put some solar panels, right? But I don't really want to put a battery in the boat again, because I don't know, I don't want to put all the extra weight and all the extra stuff. So I could put a couple solar panels on the roof and then just run a motor directly off that. And if I have sun, great, I get help while I'm pedaling. And if there's no sun, then I just pedal, right? So I want to use a smaller motor that can run at full speed on 2 of the solar panels that I have. So not the big huge motor I took out of the boat, which is right there. It's like 750 watts. What's it, 39 amps or something? I don't know. It would need a little bit more electricity than the solar panels, than all 4 solar panels would give out to run it at full speed. And I only want to put like 2 of them up there. I think 2 would be good. So I have a couple options. I have this motor, which, well, it says it's 180 watts, but then you look down here and it's 24 volts and 10 amps. So it's like 240 watts. So it's like 180 the output wattage, like the actual power, the physical power you get out. Anyway, whatever. I can run this motor full speed on 2 of those solar panels with a little bit extra to spare. So even if I'm not like full sun at high noon, you know, I can still run it at full speed. And this is made by a company that I trust. It's Leeson, these guys. That's the same company as the motor that I took out of the boat that went underwater for several hours, that I recovered and took apart, put back together, you know, cleaned the salt out and everything. Totally works. I'm super impressed with their motors. They're really good. So anyway, this is one option I've got. And then there's this other one here. This is a really cheap motor. I think it was like $30 or $40 or something. 350 watts. Crap. It's 24 volts. The label, of course, I don't know why they don't make better labels. Like this label's like totally gone. It's like 14, 15 amps, I think. So that would be, I think those solar panels put out 7 amps, if I remember right. So basically high noon, I could run this motor full speed. So yeah, I mean, either one of these would be fine. Of course, you know, when there's less sun, it would just run at a lower speed. But these motors are, both of them, are 3,000 RPMs, which is faster than the motor I took out of there, which was 1,800 RPMs. Now, presuming I want to use all the rest of the same stuff, you know, the same propeller shaft, which would be nice, because I'll have like another one. I mean, I could come up. Anyway, I've got this one, right? And it fits everything. I've got a, you know, propeller that fits it, that was working well. So if I can reuse all the same stuff, then if I'm going to a lower power motor, I need to reduce the RPMs. It's not going to go faster with less power, right? So if the original motor was rated at 1,800 RPMs, for this one, which is like a quarter of the power, or this one, which is like a third, I probably want to do somewhere around 1,000 RPMs. Maybe 1,200, I don't know, somewhere in that range. So I got to cut this down to like a third-ish, the RPMs on either one of these. So I need, well, I mean, there are 2 options. I could either make a custom smaller propeller that'll go faster, but I don't really want to have that whole shaft spinning that fast. It's just going to cause a lot of friction, right? So I'd rather slow it down. So the other option is have some kind of gear thing that will reduce it by, you know, down to about a third of what it is. Even if it's like half, just anywhere in that range should be fine. So I went through a whole bunch of stuff. This was a circular saw, 24 volt circular saw. And when I was pulling this up, we just have the, yeah, 24 volts, right? I could just use this as the motor. However, it's a circular saw. I don't know how excited it would be about running for like 4 hours nonstop. So I think I want to use, one of these motors. This is advertised as an electric vehicle, like an electric bike motor, so it should be able to run continuously. These motors, which is, basically the same as this, just a smaller one, these are super reliable. I know they can run for hours and be fine. But this does have some gearing in it. It's not direct drive from the motor. I mean, partly you can tell because the shaft would come out here, and then it's got some gearing to come out here. Anyway, I'm thinking of taking the little gearbox out of here, and well, let's see what it is first. At one point, I was using this thing to power a tiny little outboard motor that I put on a kayak. It went insanely fast. And I powered it with just like these, these batteries. Well, not this one, a bigger one than this. I still have it actually. It's back there, but I switched the motor because I didn't think this one would last. Actually, I switched it for one of these because I had 2 of them. Anyway, maybe at some point I'll pull that out and do a demonstration, but I never really use it, I don't know. It just seemed like more trouble than it was worth on a kayak, which is so easy to move just with a paddle. So it did go crazy fast. Okay, I think those screws will remove this, maybe? Okay, well, that looks pretty good. That's about what I'm looking for. I'm gonna figure out how to get this off and put it on one of these other motors. Kind of hoping this front section might come off, leaving a separate motor piece, but it looks like it's all connected one thing. However, like right in here, this gear definitely is on top of some axle. So this might be part of the gear, and if I can pry this off, I don't know how it's attached. Alright, it would be useful to know if this piece is part of the axle that runs right through, or if that's part of the gear, and this I mean, the most obvious thing would be this is just part of the axle, which means if I can get a good grip of the gear, I can tap this and push it out. But it's not 100% clear that those are separate pieces. Alright, maybe I can tell with these. These things are... Alright, camera, give me some light. It looks like that is all machined from the same piece. I'm not 100% sure. Alright, this gear is not coming off easily. So I could cut the axle back here. The question is, am I ever going to do anything with this motor? And realistically, probably not. Because these are kind of like disposable. If I was going to use this motor for something, I would just use this motor with this gearbox, which is already made for, and blah, blah, blah. This is exactly why I'm using this motor instead, because this one will last. Yeah, so I'm just gonna destroy the motor to get the gear off. Alright, now I should be able to get that off there. Holy crap, I don't know what they glued this fan on with, but wow. Okay. I need to figure out how to mount this on one of these motors. This one, which one do I want to try first? this little piece of pipe almost fits on there. I think I can tap it on and make it fit all snug style. Wait a minute, when I pulled the gear and stuff off this came off. This fits on there perfectly. Oh my gosh, come on, come on. Oh yeah. Come on, line up. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is, oh man, that looks like it's really well balanced too. Nice. All right, this is the bearing that was on the gear thing. And this fits right in there. I'll have to tap that in. Oh, no. I can push it with my thumbs. You know what? I should fill this with grease first. Crap, I gotta pull it back out. Well, I didn't get it in all the way, so just pry it out. Okay. Nice. That's pretty good. Where's my... Alright, this is a 24-volt motor. This is only an 18-volt battery, so it's only going to run at like half speed, but that's fine. Oh, totally accessible. Oops. Yeah. Well, it was going good there for a few seconds. But this piece broke. Of all the pieces, I would not have expected that to break. Right, I guess I'm going to use the other one that I was making for it. Alright, that's pretty good. A little bit of vibration. Not too bad though. Oh, wait. It's coming out. Yeah, as long as it stays in. I need to attach this together somehow. Well, there's not really any face attachers. Man, the other motor would have been better at this point. This one you can attach things to the face, but whatever. Okay. Alright. That might be good for something. I need to have like a special cutting spot so that when I get all these bits, it just goes away. You know, this is the first time I've ever used one of these. I've had a couple for a while. Oh, nice. All right, good. Just have to bolt that down. Wait, this is already threaded, these holes. Alright, let me see if I can find some screws that fit. Come on, come on, come on, come on! Nope. Almost. That is totally gonna fit, isn't it? Oh, that totally fits. It's not the... Oh, hold on. Yeah, these are better. That's the same thread. Nice. Alright, I got some screws. I don't have any stainless ones, though. Whatever, the motor isn't going to be in salt water or anything. It's looking good. Oh, come on, there we go. Alright, now what are the chances I can mark those holes accurately? Hey. All right. Yeah, whole should be right about. All right, where'd my screws go? Oh, come on. No, they're right here somewhere. Oh, yeah, right here. Oh, nice. Oh, that's so smooth. Barely any vibrations at all now. Nice. Very good, very good. Excellent. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Nice. Okay, now how do I attach to the end of this? More specifically, how do I attach this to the end of that? Let's think about this a minute. So this is a threaded hole here. Oh, that seems to be it right there. Yeah. That's totally it. That's the same threads that were on this motor. Geez, I could use the screw for there. But it might be more useful up here. Alright. You know, the original pieces that went on here would be really nice to have right now. They were the pieces that held the saw blade. Because it's the gear case from the saw. Man, I could make a saw out of this. Okay, no, that's not what I'm doing. Alright, I think that's okay. Hopefully I got that hole in the middle. Should be able to attach on there. Where's my keys? Under here. Alright, so that fits on there well. If I can carve a slot in there that fits on here, it'll keep it from rotating. This has to be very exact. And I'm not using a machine. At least not a machine to line it up. Okay. Nice. Ooh, that is snug. Oh, good job, Jaimie. Maybe. If it's lined up, centered well, I should be able to get the bolt in there. Do I want to put anything else? Come on. Wow, Jaimie, you did a good job. All right, now I should be able to get the pipe on that. Well, it doesn't quite fit, so I'm gonna have to take this over to the lathe, cut this down. I'm probably not gonna do it with my cutter tools because they're gonna get destroyed by the stainless steel, so I'll just put it on the lathe and take the angle grinder to it until it fits inside that pipe. First, let's just see how balanced it is. And now I'm realizing this is a lathe. I don't have to put it on the lathe. It's durr. Oh, that is balanced pretty well. I'm sure it's a little bit off. Jeez, I don't know, that's... Well, if I lathe it on here, the way it's bolted on, it's going to center whatever I lathe. So, yeah. Alright, I got that to fit pretty nicely. And then drilled a hole through the side that this bolt fits in. And then I was a little bit worried. Come on. I was was a little bit concerned that the screw that's in there would wiggle its way out and this would get loose, which it probably would as it, is vibrating and driving for hours at a time. So I wanted to do something to keep that screw locked in there. Luckily, these weird things have 2 set screws down here. And I'd previously taken them out because I didn't know I'd need them. So I put them back in, cranked them down nice and hard on the head of that bolt that's in there. And that should hold the whole thing together nicely. I think I can go put this in the boat now. I might have a bit of operation on the boat. Well, I'm definitely going to have to do something to mount this motor because it's not the same size as the old one. But yeah, this thing is looking great. Oh, now my question is, do I show this now or do I wait till it's in the boat and working well? Because, there's always a chance I'm going to get over to the boat, put this in, and realize something is horribly wrong or it's going to break right away and the whole thing has to be scrapped. But whatever, I mean, that's just part of building. Probably it'll be fine though. So, actually, you know what would be really cool? If I put this thing in the boat, it works great, and it happens to rotate at just the right speed to need this guy. Oh, that would be great. Yeah. I'm not going to hold my breath on that one though.